Hello everyone, welcome back to Life Means More. In today's video, we will see some common conversation mistakes. There is nothing like a long yap session with a good friend to turn around a bad day. It's been shown that a single positive interaction with a friend a day can boost our mental well-being. On the other hand, an awkward or uncomfortable talk can have us stressing for days to come. So how do we ensure our conversations all go well? There is no magic bullet, but there are some mistakes we can avoid to better connect with others. It's important for all of us to understand what makes a good conversation, whether it comes naturally to us or not. But before that, we will see impact of conversation mistakes. As you might suspect, our conversations impact our relationships and can do so positively or negatively depending on how they go. Conversational mistakes often create a sense of disconnection and can lead to problems in relationships. This goes for all types of relationships as most of our interactions are centered on our communication abilities. Whether these mistakes occur within the context of a personal or business discussion, negative consequences are more likely when these mistakes happen frequently. The mistakes we make when talking to others mark the difference between healthy, stable relationships and those that might not survive long term. They could even end our relationships. Over time, these mistakes can contribute to people feeling misunderstood, and others may eventually avoid conversations altogether. Now let us find out which are common conversation mistakes. Number 1. Boomerasking. Have you ever asked a question just to have the opportunity to answer it yourself? Boomerasking refers to the conversational tactic where someone asks a question, waits for an answer, and then immediately answers the question themselves, often overshadowing the other person's response. Boomerasking can make us seem manipulative since we are only bringing up a topic for someone else to discuss before we do. Boomerasking can leave the other person feeling like they aren't being taken seriously. Number 2. Interrupting. It can be challenging to stay silent when you have something to say. There are some relationships in which both parties are interrupters who don't mind when it happens, but that's more the exception than the norm. In general, starting to talk before someone else has finished is considered rude and disrespectful. Interrupting someone may often contribute to perceptions of being devalued or slighted. Number 3. Talking too much about oneself. We have all heard the stories or experienced them firsthand about bad dates where the other party won't stop droning on about their own life. It's boring and can make the other person feel like they don't matter. Striking a balance between sharing is the heart of good conversation. We want to be open and tell someone about what's going on with us, but we don't want to let it overshadow them. It can make the person wonder if they even need to be there. It's important to remember that discussions thrive on a back and forth dynamic. No one wants to watch a person hitting a tennis ball against a wall all night. Number 4. Excessive advice. When a friend or loved one comes to us with a problem, it's natural to want to help them fix it, but they may just want to vent. A common and detrimental action in conflict is to swoop in with suggestions when someone describes a problem, instead of listening and acknowledging the other person's experience. We may be trying to help, but unrequested advice can make someone else think we find them to be helpless. The impact of the suggestion swoop is often that the person with the problem feels both that they are not being truly listened to and that they are not being seen as capable of finding solutions on their own. Number 5. Asking closed-ended questions. Asking questions is vital to a good conversation, but we want to ensure that those questions pave the way rather than create stop signs. Closed-ended questions are ones with yes or no answers, rather than ones that invite your conversation partner to continue the chat. Number 6. Not asking follow-up questions. Asking follow-up questions shows that we are listening, we are engaged, and we care about the person we are speaking with. If we ask a question, they answer, and we introduce a whole new subject, the other person could feel like we are just filling time and not interested in what they have to say. When we hear a person's response to our question, it should naturally lead us to want to know something more about at least one element of what they have said. That point can be a follow-up question that shows we have been actively listening, even if all we say is, "I would love to hear more about that." Number 7. Interrogation. We have discussed that conversation should be a back and forth exchange. So bombarding a person with non-stop questions is something to avoid. Even if we use a nice and gentle tone, we could make our partner feel on edge and defensive. You don't want to sound like an attorney and make them feel like they are on the witness stand. After each question and answer, take a moment to pause and see if the other person has something to ask rather than jumping directly to the next question. And number 8. Using dismissive language. Respect is everything in many areas of life, and conversations are no exception. The biggest mistake one can make is essentially lacking respect for the other person when having a conversation. It can very quickly erode dialogue and create a barrier between two people. Dismissive behavior can be a direct response to something someone is telling us, like claiming they are overreacting, or it can be a lack of validation, such as saying whatever when someone expresses displeasure with us. Now let us see strategies to avoid conversation mistakes. Thankfully, we can get past these mistakes to start having better and more functional discussions. The biggest thing we can do to avoid any and all of the above mistakes is simple: to listen openly and behave respectfully. We should listen with curiosity and acknowledge what the person has said. Help them unfold their thoughts instead of imposing your own. Active listening is considered a basic key to better communication. To avoid misunderstanding and ensure engagement, you can summarize what your partner said. Giving a brief synopsis of what the other person said can help you correct any potential errors quickly and prevent misunderstandings by allowing the person to clarify and improve accuracy in understanding each other. Lastly, we want to keep things as personable as possible. Avoid conflict by using affirming language and operating from a place of curiosity. Ask follow-up questions, and if you disagree, use neutral language instead of hostility, saying something like, "That's not the way I understood the situation, but I am curious to hear more about your perspective." So friends, if you happen to make one of these mistakes, it's not too late. You can still turn things around. Communication errors like interrogating the other party or asking only close-ended questions can wreak havoc on relationships, but we can avoid them by being present, listening actively, staying engaged, and getting more information before jumping to conclusions or assumptions. That's it for today. If you like the video, please hit the like button and share this video with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe my channel for more such content. Keep watching. Thank you.